Hello everyone and welcome to another video on I Do Care. Well, as you probably know by now, this is Ivy's, a beautiful dog whose family basically abandoned her suddenly and after almost 4 years. They decided that they could no longer have her at home anymore and that someone please take care of her. At first, we took her to the shelter, but Ivy's was in heat, so she couldn't stay there either because she was going to throw everyone out of control with her sexual pheromones. So a couple of days later, we had this crazy woman at home. And we were looking like crazy a good home for her, where she can enjoy the rest of her life as she deserves. At home, she got along super well with everyone. The truth is that she is super noble dog. Somewhat hyperactive, well, what the hell, super ultra hyperactive, but well, she could play with the rest of the doggies pretty well, with a certain courtesy and understanding. So she played with the puppies, with Mocha, and even tried with Captain, but he didn't have the patience of the rest. Same for Buster. The first thing we did with her was give her an anti-flea pill because the poor thing was full of them. Ivy's was kept in a garage 24 hours a day, and the only ones that keep her company were the fleas, which were all over her body. So we gave her a hand to get rid of all those unwanted friends. And we gave her a good bath so she was ready to get on our bed. Because as you may know, if you follow us on the channel, every dog that comes home claims to bed. And well, basically does whatever it wants. Yes, we spoil our dogs quite a bit. And well, we do the same with all those who pass through here, even if it's in foster care. We waited for a few days for her to finish her heat, and then we went to do something to her that should have been done to her a long time ago. Spaying. Well, so this princess is ready to go to her new family. She's already neuterized and she is not going to bring any puppies to this world. So we are happy about that, and we are happy about that she doesn't need to dress this shame cone because the kind of sutura, I don't know the word in English, that they made her. So that's great because she's so crazy, and just thinking about her running like crazy at home with the shame cone, it is a mess. That is perfect, definitely. I have to tell you now that what they told me turned out to be complete bullshit. And it didn't work as we expected, but well, let's address that issue a little bit later. And well, as you can see, Captain doesn't play with Ivy's, but he tolerates her very well, and they can share humans perfectly. They both are adorable, each one in its own way, but both of them, they are lovely. It seemed unbelievable due to her hyperactivity, but Ivy's fell shortly after returning from the vet. I understand that due to the intervention itself, she remained quite calm for a couple of hours. And as you can see, that scar, it was very well sealed and free of external stitches. It did have some internal stitches, but they should get rid of themselves after a few days, so we shouldn't have to go back to the vet. However, so here we are. Let's go, Ivy's. Are you ready? I think she's ready. Definitely the scar opened it up little by little. to the point where it started to bleed a little. So the next day, the first thing I did was buy her a cone of shame, and then we went back to the bed so that they could sew her up again. I asked them to forget about internal stitches that fall off on their own and that kind of things, that they please do a triple seam with a double reinforced welding cord, because this dog, she really is very restless, and the idea was to give her to her adopted family in a week when she was recovered, but at this rate she was never going to be recovered. Later, I went to pick her up, and then, yes, that seam already looked firmer. But even so, we were not going to take any risks. She would keep the cone on and continue with the postoperative cures and medications with the greatest rigor. We couldn't take any more risks. The next morning, we took the cone away from her for a while, only with supervision, because she was bumping into everything and doing a lot of mess, but we put a shirt on her so that she couldn't suck his wound, which, by the way, and it should be noted, that it fit her very well. She really looked good. It seemed that she understood. She kept playing with the others, but she did it much calmer. She stayed on the floor, letting the puppies play with her, and they even shared the bed, the three of them together. How adorable. About 8 days later, Ivy's had her scar completely closed, and she was ready to go to her new adoptive family. So after one last day of playing, messing around in bed, having her on top of me while working, the time to start her new life finally arrived. I gave you all my love and I gave you all my trust, and well, time to bring this precious crazy doggy to her new home. Well, as you probably know, Ivy was with us at home for almost 10 or 12 days at home with the puppies, but well, at this point she is absolutely ready to start her new life. Oh baby. The adoptive family of Ivy's, they live in the very north of the country, in an area called San Carlos, so far from here. So we are going to meet them in the middle of the way. So let's bring this precious baby just there in a beautiful park. So let's see how it goes. I won't even roll the dice so that you can't play me twice, no babe. Who do you think I am? Well, I'm going. Once in the place, we headed to a park where we had met her adopters. We did not take long to appear, and now, yes, this is where the new life of this beautiful dog begins. This dog, who was no more beloved by her family, I will never understand how can someone do that to a dog, and above all, do that to a dog that you have had for years. But hey, that's not going to happen again to Ivy's, who is now tremendously happy in a beautiful mountain property surrounded by nature and other little dog friends, where we know that she is enjoying a lot. Here I leave you with some images of Ivy's new life. I want to remind you that without your help, all this will be impossible. So please, if you like what we do, if you want to be part of this, please help us to continue helping these needy animals. You can lend us a hand through Patreon or PayPal. I leave the links down below in the description of the video. Choose your favorite platform, select the level of support you want to offer us, and join us in this important mission in which we gave second chances to every day more and more dogs and cats, so that they don't end up on the streets or in shelters for the rest of their lives. Remind you that we have an Instagram profile in which we publish a little more about our day-to-day. We invite you to follow us. You can find us as I Do Care CR. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Also leave your comments. It is always a pleasure to read, and see you very soon.